Known as the Garden City, Silicon Valley of India, Bangalore is famous for well-planned neighborhoods, education and employment opportunities. It is a city of dreams for many. This too is Bangalore. Street filth is visible but ignored by most of us. Yet, it is a part of the city, the garbage city. No area, no locality is spared from this vision. Open dump yards is a reality. And sadly, for the human mistakes, human doings, the flora and fauna, the animals suffer. They breed among our waste.
You go into my bag.
Go into your bag.
Throw here and there only. I also throw here and there.
I don't know, but yeah, if it's an empty road, then obviously.
Like if there is a wet waste in my hand, I can't carry it in my bag or something, so I would be forced to throw it on the road.
Say
I
it.
never throw any garbage. I put it in my bag, take it home and then throw it.
How did Bangalore become like this? Who's responsible? Nearby shops, residential complexes, and passers-by dump garbage here. It's after all not a part of their home or shops. It is an unclaimed public space which every individual uses as their own private property to dispose their trash, their unwanted used items. It's worrying. Nobody seems concerned. And this dump continues to grow bigger every day. These are the unknown heroes of our city, working silently from 6 in the morning. These early birds are known as Paura Karmikas or PKs, who work strenuously to clean our littered neighborhood, our trash which we throw irresponsibly on the road. They gather garbage from various residential and commercial areas in their three-wheeled carts and push it to the closest collection point. The equipment provided to the PKs to clean our garbage is not only difficult to maneuver, but it also lacks efficiency. Simultaneously, they also have to overcome the intrusion of hungry stray animals. An alternative method to collect garbage from household is with the help of the garbage collection autos. These autos then drive to the collection or loading point. Our city has hundreds of open dump yards which are inadvertently converted to collection points, where all the carts, the garbage collection autos, the BBMP trucks and compactors assemble. One of the garbage transfer method is by collecting the trash in a plastic basket and loading it into the BBMP truck. Another method is transferring the garbage from the cart to the garbage compactor. This involves direct and physical contact with unknown garbage material. Without the aid of safety equipments like masks and gloves, the PKs manually segregate our waste while transferring. They work closely with mixed waste, which produces an obnoxious odor, which makes the working environment toxic. The last method is labor-friendly, where the garbage collecting auto mechanically unloads its content into the compactor. The compactor compresses the garbage, thereby removing the moisture from it. This method has the maximum load carrying capacity and has the least tendency to drop garbage while traveling.
People just being completely oblivious and ignoring to the fact that they should not dispose trash on the streets.
Everyone is equally responsible. The public, the government, they are not doing the right work. We are also not doing the right work by throwing here and there.
The responsible, basically the people, they should stop throwing the stuff and
The government and the public.
It is of course the common man, okay? The people are not very, they are not bothered. They are very careless and they have this, it is not my problem attitude.
We,
You, I, everyone is responsible.
careless people who chuck it on the road.
Citizens, obviously. General citizens. The negligence of the citizens.
people.
Do we really want to leave such a garbage footprint behind? Is there nothing we can do to keep the city clean? Fortunately, NGOs and community organizations today, like the Ugly Indians, Bangalore Rising, and Bengaluru Needs You, are actively participating in social and civic awareness and working towards cleaning the filth on streets. Bengaluru Needs You is a citizens' movement led by Professor M.V. Rajiv Kauda. Through Solpa Cleanup Madi drives, BNY has demonstrated that if we stop pointing fingers and work, get our hands dirty, we can solve any problem.
When we went around Bangalore, we saw lots of places which we call black spots, places where garbage has become a perennial problem. And so we talked to the residents and everyone says we can't do anything about this. So then our team at Bengaluru Needs You decided that we've got to crack this somehow. And we basically said, look, I think we need to initiate some kind of a program where we solve a problem by stepping in and really understanding an issue and resolving it. And if we can break that sort of helplessness that people seem to have, that sense that nothing we can do about this. And so by demonstrating that we can find a solution, we can be smart, we can stop pointing fingers, we can join hands instead, if we do that, then it will have a demonstration effect. And we actually succeeded. Many initiatives are out there, but they essentially have a cosmetic impact. They clean up and things get dirty again, ensuring something more sustainable, a solution that lasts, that changes the dynamic of the entire process. And so what we do is we work with the other stakeholders, the government officials who are in charge of garbage management, the engineers in the corporation. We work with the corporator who has a stake in ensuring that he or she is representing a clean neighborhood, right? And we certainly work with the people who are actually on the ground. And when we work with the Paura Karmikas, the people who manage garbage early in the morning, we discover that they have tremendous challenges. There were certain systemic changes that we needed to bring about. For example, to prevent waste from being dumped on the ground, what we call Kasa Mukta Nela, right? Ensure that it doesn't pile up on the ground and ensure that there is a garbage auto or something that can collect waste during the day rather than just once a day when the garbage truck goes away. And then of course we had to speak to residents and say this is how you should change your behaviors, your practices, and they were quite willing to do that. They just needed that nudge, some guidance.
Go and dump it somewhere.
it's going to Lal Bagh. I heard that's the new dumping ground.
Take them out of the city, burn them.
Not too sure.
Also great. Some river.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Goes somewhere out of the city.
Goes to
No, I don't know. Maybe like it can get decomposed into fossils.
dumping fields.
Dump yards and rivers. Dump yards like in and around outskirts of Bangalore.
They go to the landfill.
To landfill.
The trucks then travel at night to transfer all of these garbage to landfill. Mountains and oceans of garbage aptly describes Mandoor. For a few years now, hundreds of trucks come to Mandoor every night from Bangalore and dump the waste. Bangalore generates approximately 4,000 tons of garbage every day. Most people's childhood memories include hopscotch, scavenger hunting, hide and seek, and many more. But for the children of Mandoor, scavenger hunting is not a simple game, but it's the harsh reality of life. Due to the lack of industries and job opportunities, many Mandoor villagers are forced to earn their daily wages through rag picking and making money from recycling. Negligible amount of garbage is broken down, segregated, and converted to compost. But is it enough? The volume of garbage at Mandoor is invincible. Fully loaded trucks continue visiting Mandoor, carrying our filth, our unwanted items, our trash, our garbage. We dump our city's burden on Mandoor. But there is hope. We met a few people, social enterprises and NGOs that have been working to make a difference in this space. Shobha Altia is a residential community in Yelahanka with over 300 apartments and 50 villas. With an in-house green team led by Ms. Savita Hiremat, the apartment participates in segregating and composting their own waste.
Whoever walks into the complex has to be waste conscious. We do a lot of work, we do all the segregation, housekeepers do so much of work, and the drivers just go throwing around everything anywhere they want. So you can't leave one person out of the whole thing, you know. It is all the small parts that fit into the whole. But you talk to them about what's happening in Mandoor, okay? They tend to sort of connect with the issue. So here are basically 3 bins. This is our primary segregation method. Okay. One is kitchen waste, which is put in the they call it a 2-in-1 bin. This is lined with newspapers. We don't use plastic bags here. It's done in our apartment. And all the entire kitchen waste, whatever it may be, veg, non-veg, fruit peels, leftovers, tea leaves, everything goes into the kitchen waste. Anything that can't be recycled or reused, all hazardous waste goes into this bin. This often happens to be a very small quantity. Dry waste, basically reusable paper, not completely soiled or oiled, reusable paper, and all kinds of your rubber, plastic and wood, fabric, and even part of the e-waste also we put in. Dry waste. Here you have shredded kitchen waste, which we get from each household every day. We take it to our compost room where there is a shredder, and all the shredding happens into smaller chunks. We don't turn it to do something like chutney or anything which other shredders do, because for this particular method, this is the consistency we need. So this is mixed with upgrade powder, which is a cocopeat based solution, enriched with microbes, which turn the waste into organic manure. We get almost like 4 to 5 crates per day. It gets lined up and dated. We put a date on each crate. Reduced to almost like 1/3 of its original quantity, and all your most of the kitchen waste has turned into compost.
The total amount of waste that these people send to landfill every day is just about 700 grams. With proper segregation and composting, you too can generate up to 2 quintals of compost within a span of just 3 to 4 days. Daily Dump is a social enterprise that's working to make waste look beautiful and precious. Their main idea is to compost the kitchen waste and generate manure.
Daily Dump is about making waste visible and beautiful. We're not just saying that we will, solve the waste problem. We're saying we make waste look good, and we do it by working with porter communities who make our pots, so there's a social impact as well. And these pots can be used to turn your kitchen waste into compost. So in a typical Indian home, 60% of your bag is organic, which can be composted right away. So when we say how do we solve the garbage problem, more than half the problem can be solved in your home, which means half the size of landfill, half the size of like garbage, everything will be like half if all of us actually do.
Wet waste is precious and it can be composted to produce rich manure. At landfills, wet waste often gets mixed with dry and hazardous waste, which leads to dangerous outcomes. For instance, organic waste like banana peels get mixed with battery acid, thereby forming toxic substances. These toxic substances easily seep into the soil and contaminate groundwater, which is then pumped through borewells and is used by public for drinking purposes. This can lead to various health problems and diseases.
So organic waste mixing with this stuff is going to contaminate groundwater. There's many ways that it's going to affect us. So taking care of it at source. So it's like an argument between centralized and decentralized. Should we have one big centralized magic machine that will do everything, or should we decentralize? So we are saying take care of it very well, because there's a lot of savings involved. Also, it's called a khamba, as in pillar. So this is being used. You can see there's waste gone in, and this is the carbon waste powder. An inoculum culture microorganisms that will speed up the composting process. So we give you this you add every month. Add it over the wet waste so that there's no wet waste seep. And next day again add your waste powder. Waste. If you just fill this with waste, it will definitely seep. But if you layer it with enough carbon oxygen, there won't be any smell. So where is the problem? The problem is you and me and our habits.
This is an open platform. We'll work with anybody, and more than that, we just want to also demonstrate that people can take the lead, follow these kinds of techniques and actually go out there and solve problems. Solving the problem at the source, reducing garbage that is, that needs to go out from the home into the landfill. That we can actually dramatically reduce the volume, and that's what we'd really like to get towards. For this, we need to educate people, we need to find solutions that work, and we need to ensure that sustainability becomes a mindset and a way of life.
Change starts at an individual level. Be a change maker. Reduce waste and segregate it. It's your city and it's your responsibility. Keep it clean, because Bengaluru needs you.